guys, my name is Isabella and welcome to my ASMR channel. So before we get into today's video, I just want to remind you guys about a couple of things. First, I have a Patreon where I post 4 extra ASMR videos every single month for $3 a month. I also have an OnlyFans that is currently 25% off of your first month, and I have a lot of fun Halloween stuff planned that I'm really excited about. I also have a Wizio page, which is linked down below, and that's where you can go if you just want a custom ASMR video. And lastly, if you want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is linked down below as well. But now let's get into today's video. Hey, are you ready to get started? Yeah, I'm excited too. Have you been studying? Okay, good. Yeah, let's get started. Do you want to just... Here's good? Okay. I know, yeah, it has been a while. Only like a week though. Yeah, I know, things have been crazy. Yeah, I know, I have finals coming up, so I've just been like all over the place, like busy studying and getting ready for that, but yeah, I'm glad that I am feeling pretty good about finals now, so I can get really back into, hardcore tutoring. And of course, you were the first person I thought of when I was ready to get back into tutoring, so that's why I called you, because I was like, I only have a certain amount of slots before I have to get back to studying myself, so I wanted to make sure that you were one of the ones that I called to tutor. And I know that you have Romeo and Juliet coming up soon, which I found so much fun to read when I was, which I remember how much I loved reading Romeo and Juliet, so yeah, I thought it'd be fun to stop by and see how everything's going. And I know we have quite a few sessions that we need to, so I wanted to make sure that I gave you the opportunity, because I know that you've had like a lot going on, and I wanted to commit to more than one session a week with you. Okay, let's get started. Are you ready to get started? Okay. Yeah, so let me see. I was looking at your syllabus for English, and it looks like you have your next big exam is, let's see, what's today? Today is the 16th. I'm sorry. Today is the 20th of October, and your exam is November 5th. So in like roughly 2.5 weeks, but I think it's really time to start reviewing, because but I think we should really get a head start, because I know that in your statistics class you have an exam coming up on November 1st. So that week, the first week of November, you're going to have an exam on Monday and Friday. So it's going to be a lot. Okay. So what I did was I thought what we would do for today's study session is just go over some of the study guide questions that your professor had posted, and I'm just gonna ask you, you'll answer, and we'll see how you're doing, okay? And I think based off of your answers, we can kind of create our own study guide that can really target the areas that you don't know Romeo and Juliet as well. What do you think? That was just a suggestion. I'm open to hearing if you have maybe a better idea, or you think that you study a different way, but I just think that that's the easiest route for us. Okay, okay, great. Okay, so I'm gonna start creating the study guide, okay? So let me just start asking you some questions, and we're gonna start with questions from the prologue, okay? We'll just start from the beginning and work our way up. So these questions might be a little trickier because obviously you read the prologue. The most time has passed since you read the prologue. It was obviously the first thing you read. So, in what city does this play take place? Verona, Italy. Good job. Yeah. And honestly, you are so smart. Like, you don't give yourself enough credit at all. I truly believe that you can do anything that you set your mind to, okay? So I just wanted to take a moment to say that because I know in the past you're always making comments to kind of put yourself down, and it just really upsets me because when I see you, I see how much potential that you have, and I see how smart you are, and I just think that you don't take the time to really appreciate how far you've come, you know? Like, when I first started tutoring you, I remember thinking that you had such a far way to go. Like, you just really did not care about academics. You really were not putting your best foot forward. I could tell this because in standardized tests you were scoring so high, but in the classroom your grades were just so far below average. So it really showed to me that you have such an intelligent mind and you really are capable at figuring this stuff out, but you just weren't putting your best foot forward. Okay, so I just wanted to take a moment to say that because I want you to know, as your tutor, I pay extra close attention to your progress, areas you can improve in, and I have just seen for myself how well you're doing. Truly, you're doing an amazing job. I'm so impressed by you. Yeah, and also you're definitely my favorite person to tutor. Don't tell any of my other yeah, no, you make this so much fun. Like, I feel like I shouldn't even get paid for tutoring you. Like, I just love spending time with you. So anyway, why are Romeo and Juliet called star-crossed lovers? Yeah, pretty much. They're not destined to be together. Okay, let's move to Act 1, Scene 1. Who is fighting at the beginning of this scene? Balthazar, Gregory. You have two more. Samson and Abram, and they are the servants of the Capulets and the Montagues. And what thread does the prince make to Lord Montague and Lord Capulet? Good. That the next person to start a public brawl will be put to death. Why does Capulet think it will be easy for Montague and him to keep the peace? Because they are both old and tired. And so this is Act 1, Scene 2. What does Paris ask of Capulet? Juliet's hand in marriage. How does... Oops, lost my place. Okay, so how old is Juliet and when is her birth date? Good, yep. She's 13, about to be 14. What does Mercutio say about dreams? that dreams mean nothing good. In Act 1, Scene 5, what does Romeo think of Juliet when he first sees her? Yeah, he says, quote, "He has not seen true beauty till this night." And how does Romeo find out about Juliet's name? He asks the nurse, good, and she tells him. How does Juliet find out about Romeo's last name? The nurse finds it out for her. And what is Romeo's new problem in Act 2, Scene 1? He loves a Capulet. Very good. See? You're so smart. You don't give yourself enough credit. You have literally gotten like every single one of these correct. I'm so impressed by you. I wish you had more faith in yourself. So far, I'm going to write some notes for things that I didn't ask you because I kind of knew you probably didn't know the answers just because we've been working on reading Romeo and Juliet for a while and I knew this was material we have yet to cover. So I'm going to give you some notes to do, just like facts and maybe like a couple pages to reread. And then next session we'll go over all that and I think we'll be at a pretty good place for the exam. We're definitely, ahead of the game, which is really good. Yeah, so definitely, you should definitely be feeling good. Let me see. Let me just write a couple more things I want you to look up about Romeo's family, kind of like put a family tree together just so you have a good idea. Do that for Juliet's family too, just like a family tree. I think sometimes visually I've picked up on that you are a visual learner and I'm more visual as well, so I think that if you do that, that'll just make things easier for you. November 5th is what I said for the exam, right? Okay, I'm just going to make a note of that too because I circled the date, but I didn't specify why I was circling the date, so. Let me just, I have to specify which student. Okay, let's see. I meant to ask, how was your weekend? Did you do anything fun? Oh, really? Yeah, you mentioned that his birthday was coming up and that you were debating between that or, right. So you guys had fun. That's good. Your birthday's coming up soon. Do you know what you want to do? Do you have any special plans? Do we really? I didn't realize we had a session scheduled for your birthday. Do you want to cancel it? I'd have to talk to your mom, but, or just one of your parents, but if you want to, I don't know. That's obviously up to her. I can't decide that. We could make it a fun session, though. I don't know exactly off the top of my head, but I'm sure we could think of something that would be fun for you, less like we could, we'll be studying for Romeo and Juliet. I don't know, off the top of my head I could think of something. How about this? I'll bake you a cake. Whatever flavor. Don't you, You like strawberry, right? I've never met anyone who likes strawberry birthday cake before, but with strawberry frosting, whatever you want. And strawberry ice cream on the side, now you're just messing with me. I think I've had strawberry cake once. It wasn't that bad, but it was one of those things where I was all set with not having it again for a very long time. But your birthday cake? Oh, that's a good question. Let's see. Well, let's see. In Romeo and Juliet, they ate a stuffed chicken and loin of veal. They also had sugar plums and pomegranate seeds. Pomegranate seeds. I don't think that's really what you want on your birthday. Okay, anyway, let's keep going with the questions. You distracted me. I think you did that on purpose. Okay, let's jump over to scene 3, act 1. Where does this scene take place? And Romeo's just been married. A street in Verona. Who punishes Romeo and what is his fate? The prince, and Romeo is banished from Verona. If he is found in Verona, he is to be killed on the spot. I feel weird smiling as I said that. Why does the prince have mercy upon Romeo? Enough blood and tears have been shed. Who does Juliet believe is dead? Romeo. What does Juliet say that foreshadows her own death? She would rather die than have Romeo killed. Why does Juliet ask the nurse to pull up the ladder at this time? And what orders does Juliet give to the nurse? What does the friar mean by "thou art wedded to calamity"? Yes, disaster follows Romeo, and he is bound to it. And the next one. What is the nurse's advice to Juliet? To marry Paris, for he's a better catch, and since Romeo's banished, he's as good as dead. What letter has Romeo been waiting for? The letter from Friar Lawrence, telling Romeo more about the plan for him and Juliet. Good. Okay. What are the 2 ways Juliet attempts to kill herself? Okay. Yes, by kissing Romeo, she hoped to intake some of the poison, but failed. She then took a dagger and stabbed herself. Okay. And this is the last one. What do Capulet and Montague agree to do in Romeo and Juliet's honor? Capulet gave Montague the wedding rights, like land, money, etc., and Montague will build a gold statue made in Juliet's image. Good. See, you know so much of this story already. I feel like you don't even have much studying to do. I really feel like you have been just doing so well, especially in English lately. Yeah, I bet. Okay. Well, why don't we set our next study session? I think I was supposed to come over. When was I going to come over? How about Monday, the 25th. Do you want to do that? Okay. And then we'll do maybe Friday the 29th. And I won't come. I'll come. Do you want me to come the day before the exam? So November 4th. We'll set those as the next 3 study sessions. That's good? Okay. Okay, great. Yeah, let me just type some more notes for you for things I want you to review. Next session we'll focus on stats, and then session after that we'll do a little Romeo Juliet review, mainly focus on stats. You can take that exam, and then when I come over next it'll be all Romeo and Juliet. And yes, strawberry birthday cake will be for November 4th. The day before the exam, I know. Not the best way to spend your birthday studying for Romeo and Juliet, but think of how good you will feel after you take that exam and you'll have done so well. What? Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. You think I'm the best tutor you've ever had? Okay. Well, I really appreciate that. That's really sweet of you to say. And like I said, I think you're the best student I've ever had. Probably tutoring like 7 different people. Sometimes I tutor. Yeah, sometimes it's back to back. Like I'll go from one house to the other, but it's never too much. It's fun, keeps me busy, so I don't mind it. Okay, I think those are all the notes that you need. Do you need anything else from me? Can I help you with anything else, or are you all set? You look kind of tired. Rough day? You had soccer practice, right? I forgot that. I should come to one of your games. I'd love to see you play. Okay, how about this? You get above an 85 on Romeo and Juliet, and I will come to your next game. You get below an 85? Just have to wait till the next exam to wow me. I'm gonna head out, but I'll see you Monday, right? Monday is what we agreed, I think. Okay, I'll see you Monday.